Hey, what's up to you guys? My name is Hazel Castillo. This video will teach you on how to create, read, update, and delete using CodeIgniter. Here is the Sublime text wherein we will put our codes. The first thing that we need to do here is to put the auto load our libraries wherein the database, form validation, and session. The purpose of the database is because we make a database and we need to call this one. The form validation is for the form. The session is to flash a data, like for example our records saved or anything that we wanted to be flushed. The second one is the helper, where we declare the form because we will use the form validation. Second is the URL, wherein we need to put the location of our database or anything that we need to call. The third one is the config. In config.php, we need to edit the base URL. So this will be the URL on our program. So our URL is http localhost 8080 sample, which is this sample is the control name. After that, we need to declare our database, which is the DB sample. A while ago, I made my own database, which is the DB sample, wherein it has a one table named sample and it has a two area or a two column wherein the ID is an auto increment and the name is that has a varchar type. Okay, so we declare here the database DB sample, like what I've said a while ago. Our host name is always localhost, and this is automatic here in the Sublime. The username is always root. It can be changed if you're going to change it in our MySQL. The password is always blank because I choose it to be blank. After that is we need to declare here our default controller, wherein this is the sample. So if we go to the internet or the Google Chrome, and it will be automatically go in the controller sample. So minimize this. So this is my controller name, which is sample.php. We need to put a .php so it can recognize what language what language it will be used. The next one is we will make a view. So right click, new file, save it. So inside the location of our views, we need to make a folder named name a sample or anything that you wanted to have it. So I choose to okay, I will make it sample. Inside the sample, all the view file is here. So the first one is to create that PHP. Next one will be the edit PHP. And the third one will be the list or the read.php. So we will check it. Okay, that inside the sample there is a 3-1. So that was the create, edit, and list. Okay. So in the program in create, we need to use the HTML tab. This will be the adding section. Next will be the header one. So I will put it add new here. Next one, I will declare the PHP. For in, we will put the validation of forms. Okay, validation. So we need to open the path of our create. So this will be the sample to create. Okay. Next will be the form input. Sorry, this is form open. Which is we declare the name as name. The placeholder will be enter the name. So I choose it to be stream and record. So the BR, so or the enter key is the BR. Next will be the submit form. If it is success, so the purpose of this is to successfully saved the new created thing or anything, and of course the form close. So it says, so the output of this one will be, it has a one form input and the placeholder is in the entering the name. The form submit is the saved, so on and so forth. The next one will be the edit. In creation and edit, it has the same format, the same program, the same tags, the same codes, but the difference between this is the location, wherein you will change it as the edit, of course. After that is the edit will be focusing, or will be look always the ID. Okay. Okay, saved. The next one will be the list, so we need to use it as the record list. The title of this one. So the header one will be the list. So we need to put the location of our list, or sorry. So the next one will be the PHP, wherein we call the session for this flash data, which is if it is success, it will set it record saved or nothing else. So the break or the enter key. Next will be the base URL. So on this base URL, we're going to call the base URL of the creation. It will be the index.php sample and create. Saved this one. After that, we need to make a table. So after calling the creation, it will produce this one. So the ID and the name, and of course the action, maybe it is edit or delete. Okay. So in this part, you need to, for each, we're in sample declaring, or to call the database inside our SQL. So it will be calling the sample ID and sample name, and don't forget the location of our edit and delete. So PHP, wherein we need to call the base URL or the path or the location of edit. So as what I said, it is always look for the ID. So this is the edit button, and we will put a space between them. So href again, echo base URL index.php sample delete. Always paste on the ID, not name. Delete. And don't forget the close off for each. Okay. The next one will be the models. So new file, it will be sample model dot php. Okay, so php class name will be sample model extends ci model. Public function argument is blank. The next one will be the okay. Here we need to declare or to make a function for getting the table. So it will be the ID is always false. According to the if condition, if the ID if the DB will get somewhere if the SID is true, it will get the row of it or the table. This one, he will get this view or this item or this table. So if the query of this getting the DB, which is the sample, it will show the result. The next declaring or the function will be to create. Wherein we need to focus to the record. So if this DB insert the sample record so the purpose of it, the dollar sign is inserted is to insert the record of our table sample. So in our if condition, if the is inserted was it will be returned true. If that will be the correct, if that was correct, so it will return true. If not, it next one will be the function for updating. Focus on the ID and the record. If the DB was updated, DB stands for database. Inside the sample, RS record, a record will be RAS ID equals to ID. Our condition is the same as in create. If this update, return true. That is and return false. In our function for delete, it is the same as the update. So all we need to do edit will be the function name, delete. Okay, we're done. And in our controller, which is again PHP, the purpose of the controller is to get or to make a control in our views and our model. So PHP class name, which is sample, declaring or extending the TI control. So public function construct will be on basing model, which is sample model. The first function that we're going to make will be the index, and in the index the data will be based on the sample this sample model which get sample. After getting this model, this will be load the view of sample of our list. Next will be the public function for create. So this in this area we need to declare our form validation, or in their purpose or their rules, which is get. So in our creation, this will be the declaring of our form validation or error. We declare the name as to input the sample name, and it will required. In this part, he said, or the program says, that if the form validation is run, he will get the record of the sample name. So it will be post the record under the name. So in this area, as you can see, if is inserted, if this part is run, it will had a session wherein it will be had the flash data says record saved. After this part run, it will be redirect go to the sample or to the main part of our website. So the purpose of this one is to load the view of sample create, wherein it will be appear this one. After this creation, we need to go to the function for edit. Like what I've said before, the create and the edit has the same codes or tags. So the output of the function edit, it will be appear this codes or this output, and after appearing it, after updating a record, it will had flash data wherein it is said record updated, and after that it will be redirect to the controller, which is the sample. This edit will be given, or will be look for the sample model get sample SID, which is the date, which it is focusing the data, and after editing the after updating that, it will be had this view, this one. If this is a wrong, it will show the 404 errors. And in the last thing will be the delete. Delete is focused also in the ID, wherein is the condition if the ID of the data is deleted, it will show the model delete based on the ID. So we will try this one. So let us try our finished program. So let's post click the sample, wherein this is the name of our controller. Let us try to create. This output is based on program or tags. Here it says that we have a title record list, header 1 list, body table, ID, name, and action. For each it is the data that we can see if we had a data, if we created a new data. So
The name of the title page of this is Oracle List, where we declare a radical. This is the header 1, and this is the button create. This is the column title, the title, which is the ID name in action. So let us create. So as you can see in our tags in create, we have the title, we declare the title, which is the admin section, the header 1 admin here, and we call the validation errors wherein we put the form open, form input, form submit, named success, and name saved, and form closed. Where you can see here the title, the header 1, the form input where it says enter the name, and the form submit where we named as saved. So let us try to create something. So as you can see now, the ID name actually we put edit under it, and it says that we saved it. Next, let us try to edit. So admin, but before we go, it says that admin. Maybe we need to edit this one, to change it and make it edit here. Let's try this. And it says edit here. So we need as Hazel with the uppercase. So let's try to make it small case. Hazel Castillo. Okay. Save. And it says record updated. So it is become a small case. So let us select this one. And it says record deleted. So thank you very much for watching my videos. I hope you learned so much to this tutorial. And by the way, anyway, my name is Hazel Castillo, a computer science student in ICI Santa Maria. Thank you and God